The morning sun cut through the mist of downtown Chicago like a spotlight on a stage, illuminating a world where lives intertwined in ways no one could predict. Sarah Whitman, a timid 23-year-old with a heart too big for her quiet life, walked nervously toward her car. Her palms were clammy, and each step felt heavier than the last. Overnight, a careless driver had left a long, angry scratch across the side of her aging silver sedan, a mark that seemed to mock her already fragile confidence. She stared at the gash, feeling a wave of frustration and helplessness wash over her. But instead of leaving it to her insurance or calling someone to complain, Sarah did something only a rare few would consider. She wrote a note. Carefully, she scrawled her apology in shaky letters, leaving her name and a promise to cover any repair costs. Her hands trembled as she folded the paper and tucked it under the windshield wiper, unaware that fate had chosen this ordinary morning to intervene in her life in the most extraordinary way. If you believe in kindness, second chances, and the quiet power of honesty, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel because what happened next will restore your faith in people. Sarah's life had never been easy. Working at a small bookstore in Chicago, she often felt invisible in a city that moved too fast for anyone to notice her gentle ways. She had grown up hearing that she needed to stand out, to matter, yet the very idea of confrontation or drawing attention to herself filled her with dread. Small acts of courage, like leaving a note on a scratched car, were monumental for her. That note wasn't just an apology, it was a statement that she could face her fear, even if the world never noticed. She walked away from her car with a mix of anxiety and hope, her mind spinning with what-ifs that kept her awake that night. Meanwhile, across the city in a sleek, glass-walled office, Jonathan Merrick, the CEO of one of the country's largest tech companies, received a surprising message from his assistant. His car had a note under the windshield wiper. Known for his demanding nature and perfectionist tendencies, Jonathan was no stranger to inconvenience, yet he felt an unusual curiosity as he read the trembling words of apology. The sincerity of the handwriting struck something deep inside him. A reminder of his own youth, a time when mistakes were small but fears loomed large. He could have ignored it, dismissed it as just another accident in a city full of chaos, but instead, he felt compelled to respond in a way that would change both their lives. The next morning, Sarah returned to the lot, heart pounding, expecting the worst. But she found not an angry note demanding payment, but an invitation. Jonathan had left his own note, polite yet warm, asking her to meet him. Confused and hesitant, Sarah couldn't fathom why someone so powerful would want to see her. Her life had been a quiet series of small, unnoticed moments. This felt like stepping into a world she had only imagined from afar. Anxiety and disbelief warred within her as she approached the towering office building, her simple dress and timid posture starkly contrasting with the sleek, polished environment. Inside, Jonathan greeted her with unexpected gentleness. He spoke of mistakes, fears, and the courage it took to admit them. He revealed that his own life had been marked by silent struggles and moments of hesitation, yet it was acts of honesty and courage, no matter how small, that had shaped his journey. Sarah felt her heart swell with a strange mixture of relief and awe. In that moment, she realized that her small act, a handwritten note on a scratched car, had the power to ripple far beyond her imagination. It was more than just a message, it was a bridge between worlds, between a shy girl who had always felt invisible and a man who had mastered the art of influence yet still craved authenticity. Over the following weeks, their lives intertwined in unexpected ways. Jonathan, inspired by Sarah's courage, invited her to intern at his company, giving her a chance to learn, grow, and finally step into spaces she had always dreamed of. Sarah's confidence blossomed as she discovered talents she had hidden behind fear for years. Each day became a testament to the power of small acts, to the idea that sincerity and kindness could create opportunities no money or status ever could. Their connection was not a fairy tale of romance, but something far more profound, a mutual recognition of human courage, vulnerability, and resilience. One rainy afternoon, Sarah stood in the company parking lot, tracing the faint outline of a scratch on another car, smiling softly to herself. She thought of the note that had changed everything, realizing that the world often rewarded the brave, even in ways no one could foresee. Her story became a quiet legend in the office, a reminder to everyone that genuine kindness and courage mattered, that one small action could ripple outward in ways too immense to measure. If this story touched your heart, make sure to like, share, and comment below. Let the world know that even the smallest acts of courage can inspire enormous change. And before you leave, I'd love for you to comment on what small act of bravery in your life made a difference. You never know who might read it and find hope. Sarah's life, once quiet and overshadowed, now shone with possibility. She learned that being seen was not about loudness or grandeur, but about honesty, bravery, and a willingness to reach beyond fear. A simple note on a scratched car had become the catalyst for her growth, a reminder that life sometimes rewards those who dare to be gentle, sincere, and brave in the smallest ways. The city moved on around her, bustling and indifferent, yet in that small corner of Chicago, 2 lives had forever been changed by a note, a scratch, and a moment of courage that neither Sarah nor Jonathan would ever forget.